Yo, hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 17 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is number 7, I believe, and yeah, we're doing the FUT Champions Daily Knockout this time to hopefully do FUT Champions with these horrible teams on the Weekend League, and I just can't see it going well. Honestly, we're going to get fucked. If this is the team that we're going into it with, you know, it's not going to be the greatest, especially that French team. I tell you what, it's alright, but it's not great. As you can see here, the game disconnected for that guy before we even got the game, so we don't get the win. It just takes away contracts. We get 1,000 coins though from our 1,000 coin boost, which is pretty cool. But it takes away from our contracts, which is pretty fucking annoying to say the least. But, you know, it is what it is. We go into this game now against this guy. You know, he's got a pretty solid BPL team. But, you know, it's nothing we can't handle. Coman gets a little bit lucky here. We play it through to Jeremy Menez, and Jeremy Menez gets us off to a great start. And hopefully, that's a sign of things to come. But you never know with this game. Anyway, right here, we get the ball over to Ousmane Dembele, and Jeremy Menez finishes it to make it 2-0. He gets, like, a little injured in the process. He has to get up to celebrate finally. And, yeah, 2-0. At this point, I was like, you know, this guy's pretty easy. He's not that great, you know, it's the first round of the tournament. He's just gone in to hopefully get somewhere, but unfortunately for him, he's come up against me, who's just not going to let him let that happen. And we make it 3-0 after 31 minutes, and shortly after, I believe he does rage quit. He doesn't rage quit straight away at 3-0. He lets me dominate him a bit more first before rage quitting, you know, another 10 minutes, and just bang, he's gone. Instant pull out the plug, you know, whatever. So 3-0 in that game, easy one there. I tell you what, though, some of the games are a little bit hard, especially, you know, I'm not going to say which one, but, yeah, there was some difficult games, alright? But, yeah, anyway, that game was an easy one, first round, as you would expect. I'm pretty sure the tournament's seeded. I mean, sorry, I hope it is, but, you know, maybe also I hope it isn't, because if you get to the final and you can come against someone in the first round, that's pretty good. But we come against this guy here, and look at his team: Modric, Iniesta, Rakitic, Griezmann, Carrasco, Villa, Piqué, Godin, Oblak, Carvajal, and Felipe Luis, which is just an unbelievable team. You know, 186 overall, and then there's me with the fucking 180 maybe. If I'm lucky, like, fucking hell. Anyway, Radoja starts off with the goal there to make it 1-0 in the 5th minute. And, yeah, good finish there. You know, good start, but how is this game going to go? We get the ball to David Villa. David Villa cuts inside. David Villa keeps going, turns inside, and finishes that far post to make it 2-0. Very nice goal. And, yeah, I quite like the Bournemouth Stadium, especially like the goals, you know, the red and black. Kind of like that's quite nice, but you know, it's good for us. Goals there. Makes it 2-0. And yeah, just what a player he is being for me. That card is absolutely fantastic. Right here, we get the ball with Marco Asensio, and that's just a great finish. I tell you what, this guy, I think by the end of the episode, he has like 5 games played, 4 goals, and 8 assists. Like, he's honestly so incredible. For an 81 rated cam for 850 coins, he's absolutely great. He was great on my main account at the start of the game. Got a lot of goals and assists playing at the cam. When he was at centre mid, he got quite a lot less because he didn't get involved as much in the game. But at the attacking midfield spot, he's one of the best in the game, like, hands down, honestly. All he needs is, like, 4-star skills, and, you know, he would be the best player. But, right, there they make it 3-1, which is quite annoying. Rakitic getting the goal, straight off kickoff, a little bit lucky to score. And then he just rage quits / disconnects, I'm not really too sure. But, you know what, I'll take it, was, like, the 80th minute. And, you know, he wasted, like, what, 40 minutes of my fucking... Or 5 minutes real lifetime, but 40 minutes of the game where he could have just quit a lot earlier. Would have saved me a lot of time, and you know, whatever. But yeah, we make it to the semi-final now, I believe, which is, you know, good. We dominated that game, deserved that win, and we go into this one. And yeah, what the fuck? He has Pogba, inform Gray, inform Mane, inform Coutinho, inform Firmino, Kante, Lloris, Smalling, Marcelo, Luiz. Can't even remember the right guy. It's probably Kyle Walker or something. But right here, he gets up to a very good start. He's very lucky with all those bounces. Just bouncing in the air around him, and he makes it 1-0, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes, I'm not going to get back into this game. His team's too good. Like, I couldn't create the chances. He was actually a pretty good player, and you know, his team was just a lot better than mine. But we get the ball with Coman here. Coman goes round Luiz. Luiz plays it over to Capu, and Capu scores to make it 1-1. If, you know, that puts us hopefully taking it into extra time at this point, because hopefully the penalties, because I couldn't really see myself scoring again against his defense. But, you know, at this point he fell apart, and Bula plays it through to Jeremy Menez, and Jeremy Menez finishes it around Hugo Lloris. And I tell you what, Hugo Lloris actually made a lot of saves this game. Like, the shots that I didn't score from were just absolutely unbelievable saves by Hugo Lloris. Yeah, once again, Jeremy Menez this time plays it through to Coman. Coman shrugs off the defender, and Coman finishes it in the bottom right corner to make it 3-1. We shush him because he was playing like a cunt after he was 1-0 up and stuff, and like, I just didn't like this player. You know, he had a very good team, so I shush him. I salute, and you know, 3-1 at this point. I thought I was going to win, but you know, things aren't always as simple as they may seem at the start. And right here, he plays it through to Andre Gray. I'm trying to cut out the pass. I should have gone closer to Gray, but it doesn't matter. He was probably going to score either way. You know, he had 2-on-1. He makes it 3-2. There's still 15 minutes left. Like, anything can happen from there on, but nothing else did happen. We win 3-2, and we advance through to the final. And I was so happy after that game, because he was a pretty good player with a really good team. So, you know, I'm happy to take the win there. And yeah, we advance to the final, which I was, you know, a little bit nervous about seeing that we can do. If we get through to this, I'll be playing FUT Champions with these squads on it. I really can't see myself getting a win. I mean, if I do play with it, fuck, like, if I don't win in the first 10 games, which is very likely, I'll just go into my main account, because then I'll have somewhat of a decent team. But people say, like, team doesn't matter, but it does to some extent. Like, if I'm coming up against Ronaldo's with Jeremy Menez, Dembele, and Coman with like a non-rear midfield and a non-rear defense, then I've got absolutely no chance. Like, whatever. But this game was highly frustrating the first half. You saw that first goal, like Welbeck just shrugging off players left, right, and centre. Gets lucky with the rebound, but finally we level it. And I can tell you what, this entire first half was complete fucking AIDS. Like, I could put in, like, the game was even at halftime, but I should have had about 10 shots with like 60% possession, but nothing would go my way. No bounces, no nothing. The only thing that went my way was the scoreline, as we're going to have a 2-1 lead at halftime. But oh my god, I could have been absolutely dominating this guy, and he would have like rage quit after the first half. But I was getting like so frustrated with passes, tackles, like the amount of rebounds he had. Like, look at my pass accuracy, 79%. It's usually, I'm pretty sure, like 90% or above, because, you know, I'm a pretty good passer in this game, but 79% is just horrible. And yeah, I was hoping to turn it around in this game, but at least we have the lead at halftime in the final. Right here, David Villa is on the ball, and at this point, I thought if I could score, there's no way he's scoring 2 more. Fucking hits the post there, but Alvaro Morata at the back post makes it 3-1 in the 59th minute. And I thought at this point, you know, it's over. We should win this game from here on out, but we'll see what happens. But we play it, but unfortunately he loses the ball. Eventually though, we're going to get it back here with our defender, and we're going to play it back to Asensio. Asensio down to David Villa. David Villa with the finish of the fucking game. Like, oh my god, that was top corner. I mean, Asensio's goal with his weak foot into the top corner was nice, but I think that one was just even a little bit nicer. But before, you know, this game ends, we're going to get another chance here with David Villa, and he finishes it, and I think this forces the rage quit at 5-1. But that's been it for this episode. If you have enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe and all that, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.